Hello, everybody. This is Birth Eye Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me once again. This is a career reading just for you. Each pile has been already drawn. Okay, so we're going to talk about your finances, your work, your career, okay? So each person will have one pile that should resonate the most, and I'm intending that every person who views this has one pile that resonates with them the most. Every pile will have messages for everyone, but one is going to be especially relevant. Make sure you take what resonates and leave the rest because some things are for some other people who are watching. Also, if I give an example, take it and try to project that into how it would apply to your life, but only if it makes sense, only if it resonates with you, with your intuition, okay? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with strength, which is fennel. And we have the sparkly orange vandonite for that pile. It's not so sparkly without the sunlight, but... And for group 2, pile 2, we have kyanite. And the card that we have for that, which is our Green Witch Oracle, is emotion, cucumber. And for group 3, we have positivity, marigold. And we have labradorite for group 3. All right, so the links are in the description box below, and they're listed as chapters in the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video to my channel, and like, share, and subscribe, like, and share, and comment on the video. And yeah, let's get started with group 1. So with group 1, you have strength for your oracle card, and we're going to look in the book for that. So fennel, you will find greater strength and positive grounding energy coming forth, and even an invitation to undertake a new life path. Friendships are highlighted by fennel, and you may find you are spending additional time with those you align with closely. Situations in which sharing is high on the agenda will occur, and you are being prompted to share or teach what you know. Be careful not to work too hard or to become unnecessarily reclusive. Okay, so that was for your oracle card. We're going to put that to the side. Let's get started with the tarot. So we have the advice down here. We have your Oracle of Mirrors here. Okay, and then we have your some more tarot here. Which is describing your career in the future. And we have your past and present here. Just move that up a little bit. All right, group one. So let's see. In your past, I feel like you had trouble maybe not even choosing a career, but just starting it. It was like you knew what you wanted to do, but you couldn't get started. You felt like you didn't have time. Maybe you had like you had to actually work another job, but your passion was put to the side because you felt like you didn't have time. So, by the way, these three cards, this says temps, which is time. This says miroir magique, which is magic mirror. And this says retard, which is like being late, delay. Okay? So, yeah, you've definitely delayed starting your career, starting what you're passionate, like a career in what you're passionate about. You've felt like a lot of regret and guilt about this. You've really beat yourself up about it because you felt like you were being lazy or you felt like you probably weren't good enough for that career even though you were really passionate about it. So for example, maybe you really love music and you've been wanting to be a songwriter, but you felt like first of all your songs didn't seem to compare to others, but also you had so much else on your plate. You've been emotionally exhausted, honestly, is what I'm hearing. Emotional exhaustion. You really have a trouble looking yourself in the mirror and seeing the person you truly are. You have a sense of who it is, but it's like, at least in your past, you had a lot of trouble even just looking yourself in the mirror and finding something positive to say. Um, and you've also had this fear of time itself. You like the more time passes, the more you feel like you're missing out. But also, the more time passes and you feel like you're missing out, the more you procrastinate because it's just putting such a big load on you emotionally. I think people in the past have said that what you want to do in life is something that you cannot do, but I mean clearly they're wrong. That's if you really want to do something, you can do it. Okay, for some of you maybe you have some kind of um like disability, it could be just emotional, but something that would normally make what you want to do seem even more difficult. Like, for example, if you have mental health issues, becoming a psychologist, maybe you feel like you would be hypocritical somehow to become a psychologist, even though obviously that's not true. A lot of psychologists, psychiatrists struggle with or have struggled with mental health issues themselves, and that's why they all are, I think, required to go to therapy. Um, so if you are wanting to get into a career you were in your past, then that's a good place to start. It depends. Different people are going to be at a different place here. But if you're still in this place, then the best way to really get through this is to take small steps. Don't try to do everything all at once. Like for example, me getting into tarot, I learned over years and years and years, and did work other jobs and did procrastinate to start a channel. But also, there was a long time where I wasn't ready to do that because I had to learn. And then I had to give readings to other people, and there was steps I needed to take. But for some of you, you haven't even taken those steps. For a long time, you didn't take those steps. And also, I'm hearing some of you think that because you are starting late, you're too old. You're not too old. It's never too late to start something new, to start a new career, okay? If you want to start something completely, totally new that that other people might even laugh at because they're like, well, you waited a long time. Look, I know a guy who started medical school at the age of 50 something. and he's still, so that was in college. So I think I believe he's still like in his residency or whatever it is. He's a doctor now, but he is still not all the way done with that. But you know, he took that jump, that huge leap, and I'm sure there were people who told him that he could not do it. He was too old, and he's a doctor now, okay? And he hasn't given up. So do not give up on your dreams. Your dreams are so important, and they're there for a reason. Spirit is telling you that for you, especially, your dreams are the way that you are completing your mission in this world. So if you're not doing what you want to do right now, it's time to start taking the steps towards doing it. Okay, learn music. Talking to myself in that instance. Learn tarot, learn medicine, learn about psychology, go to school, whatever you need to do. It's time, because the wheel is turning. And the wheel is about, you know, random events. It's about fortune, especially when it's upright. It's about good fortune. So I think that in this case, it's good fortune. And the way you see yourself is really changing, and I think that's going to be the catalyst to you doing something new, is that the way you see yourself is changing first. Because once you learn to see yourself differently, everything else is going to start falling into place. You're not going to want to procrastinate anymore, and you are going to get out of this guilt about procrastinating at all that keeps you stuck in this cycle. Okay? So then we have the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups reversed. I think that, yeah, this is about messages, and it can be about emotional messages that are maybe not the nicest. So I really think that there's a lot of people have said things to you that have got you down, and that have really, like, you've taken to heart. And the Spirit just wants me to tell you that you cannot take the words of these people to heart. They are projecting their own reality onto you. Okay. So in your future, you have the Ace of Cups, which is amazing, and the King of Swords reversed. I think you are on the way. It's so crazy. All these videos that I do, they all have so much success in them, and that's not how all readings are. But with the Ace of Cups there, that is definitely a good sign of success. I think there is some doubt here within you about your future, which is why this King of Swords is reversed. But a lot of you might be going into law. And you might be going into defense, as like being a defense attorney, or a writer. You might be doing pieces. You might want to do like some critical pieces of movies or of music, or you might want to be a critic. But you know, there's this time of being a student with this page here. That is happening around now or soon, okay? But then there's this brand new start, this brand new refreshing of your life, this cleansing of your previous life. There's also a past life situation happening here, because in your past life you didn't actually fulfill your life's mission, and you're here to do. You're gonna, you know, you have to fulfill that mission. So that's where you're being guided to. That's why you're being guided to this specific dream, is because you need to fulfill this life mission, so you don't have to do it in the next life. And yeah, and I think you are. You're going to be dealing with people who are not very nice. Like, maybe that might even be part of the job, is that you're going to be dealing with negative comments, you're going to be dealing with negative people, and you're trying to grow a thicker skin so that you can do that. So, and also maybe with these two kings here, that's another thing. Since this is your future, maybe even as it's already going without this reading, um, I think for your advice is the King of Cups reverse and the Four of Wands. Hmm. Whenever things are reversed, sometimes it means that the energy is coming in rather than going out. And given that these two kings are here, it might be that you're dealing with these people, or that you're receiving this authority over your life, this ability to control your words and control your emotions, and which is definitely something that's been difficult for you in the past. And it may have caused you trouble at your job. It may have caused you to get in trouble, or to quit, or to feel like you were not good enough in some way. You were like a little bit. You were timid. You allowed people to walk all over you. And these kings are here to tell you you need to. I don't like the term grow a thicker skin because it's invalidating, but you know what I mean. You need to learn to take what people say without it going straight to your heart. And this is something that I was good at a while ago, and it kind of got out of practice. But they teach you that in cognitive behavioral therapy, and it really works. It's like you have this shield around you, and nobody's words like can touch you. It's really magical. But yeah, you are guided to excuse me. You're guided to celebrate all of your successes, no matter how small they are. Always celebrate each and every one of the steps that you take. Treat it like something amazing, like something magical, like something that that nobody else can do. Even if it's something simple that other people can do. Pretend. You are not too old to do what you want to do. It is not too late. I mean, your life has not passed you by yet. As much as you do believe that your life has passed you by, it's not true. And you are on the way to having a career in exactly what you want. And it's going to be a career that really fulfills you with this Ace of Cups here. And it's going to allow you to celebrate and have free time to yourself. You won't have to work all the time in this drudgery anymore. It really is going to be so much nicer for you. Okay, so let's pull some tea leaf cards for you. With these tea leaf cards. There's so many of them. There's 2 stacks of them, so I'm going to pull a few from each stack. Group 1, group 1, group 1. I think that's enough for that stack. Uh-oh. Some fell. Okay. All right, we have egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. What was I saying? I'm not just pulling this out of my ASS right now. You are going to succeed. Look at that golden egg right there. You are going to succeed. Not only that, but you are going to have such a big rebirth. You're not going to recognize yourself. You are not going to be able to look in the mirror and see the same person that you used to see. Because you're going to see this freaking confident, amazing person that you've always been on the inside, but you're going to see it. It's really going to reflect back to you. deep friendships with someone of the same sex. You're gonna be encouraged, and also you're gonna get jobs or a job or career or whatever, inspiration even from a really good friend of yours. Someone who's supporting you. There's someone definitely supporting you in this who is going to be a good person to listen to, because there's a lot of people around you that are not supportive, that do not tell you that you can do it. But this person, and you might not know who it is right now, but just remember the teapot. Seriously, write it down, whatever. When you meet the teapot, you will know. And this person is going to be somebody that you are going to get very close to, that is going to help you get to where you want to go in your career. They're not going to do it for you, obviously, but they are going to be somebody who's going to give you encouragement and guidance, and they're going to be happy to do that. It might be, if you are a woman, or non-binary, then it's going to be someone who is like you. If you are more of a masculine, then it might be a good friend who is more of a feminine. Okay. Gong, an exciting event. Oh my gosh. No, these cards, by the way, some of them are really not the greatest. Like, not the greatest energy. So, it's amazing that you've got 4 of these really good cards so far. An exciting event. Yeah, it's going to be, I think your life is going to change overnight. Once you really start getting into your career, it's going to change overnight. One day, it's going to be like you're still working on it. You're still working another job. And then the next day, you're going to be able to quit your job and you're going to have the money to do a lot more things and to do what you love to do. Bags. Something important, such as a new job or a friend. That is outrageous. Spirit is outrageous right now. That is so funny. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty straightforward, right? So let's see if maybe I'll get, what should I get? I'll get a Witch's Oracle. So, I mean, group 1, I know you really, really doubt your future right now, but you shouldn't. I mean, even if you continue to doubt your future, you're still on the way to success. But I think if you doubt less and believe more, and you question your ideas about yourself, you're going to have a lot more success in making this happen faster. Chalice, fertility. For some of you, some of you think that you can't do it because you have children. Okay? And that's not the case. Just because you are a mother or a father does not mean you can't pursue your career. It's going to be harder. And I know some of you are saying, well, you're not a parent. You don't know. I know that. But, I've seen other people do that. I've seen other people who have multiple children change their career and be very successful. So, don't take it from me. Take it from them. That rainbow is really calling to me. So some of you may be LGBTQ. Some of you had a lot of difficult experiences as a kid that have caused these delays for you, and rightly so. You've had to heal. And so please be kind to yourself. If you had bullies and if you had difficulties as a child, you have the right to go a little slower because you need time to heal. And I think that you've been doing that. I think you've been using this time to heal. I don't think all of this time has been wasted, and that's another thing. You think your time has been wasted, and it really hasn't. I think that a lot of this time that you feel like you've been procrastinating, it's been for a reason, even if you didn't realize that. Holy water purification. Yeah. It's the same as this Ace of Cups energy. It's renewal. It's an absolute renewal for you. Your life is going to be so different. It's amazing. I'm really, really happy for you, group 1. So, very quickly, let's see what else I could pull for you. Let's just get a Moonology card real quick. You are flying high in the future, y'all. Seriously. And I know it's felt like such a fight. You've been swimming upstream. It's been such a fight against the current. But that's not going to be the case anymore. You're going to be going with the flow soon, and the flow is going to be going exactly the way you want to go in divine timing, which I know everybody hates that, but it is what they say. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. So yeah, the full moon is when your manifestations are given to you. And it's and again, I really see a lot of people here are going to be in a legal career. You might actually just be a Libra, or you might have a Libra sun, or sorry, moon or rising sign. I just was about to say Leo, so some of you could be that. Okay. All right. Well, group 1, thank you so much for watching this reading. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel, helps me, and it keeps you in the loop. Also, click the bell icon and click all so you can get all of my content in your notifications. And have a wonderful day. I love you, and I cannot wait for you to tell me the story about your success that is coming. No matter what you think right now, it is coming. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Bye, group 1. All right, so group 2, if you chose the Labradorite with the positivity card, this reading is for you. So we're going to start out with reading from the book about this marigold card, okay? It's card 40. So 4 may be a significant number for you. You might be seeing 444 a lot. You might be a Leo. You might know somebody who's a Leo that's involved in this. Yeah. All right, so marigolds. A better understanding is indicated and a reason to be more optimistic about outcomes and the roads to get there. Interesting. There are opportunities for nurturing encounters and a general aura of happiness pervades. Yeah. Oh, wait. This is not pile 2. I'm going to have to edit this. God damn it. No, I'm not going to edit it. If you saw this, then congratulations. This was a big mistake. Alright. So, if you chose the this crystal with the emotion card, group 2, then this is your reading. So let's get started by reading about the emotion card. So you might be a Cancer, or you might know somebody who's a Cancer that's involved in this. You might be you might be needing some emotional nurturing. Your mother might have something to do with your career. Or your intuition could have something be really important for your career. And you might also be seeing 444. That's interesting because the next group's card is also 40. So cucumber. Oracle meaning, any uncertainties that have been hanging around should begin to fall away soon. Yeah. A commitment and even perhaps a major decision, a life decision will come up. And you are advised to take hold of your emotions before you determine the right path for you. Someone near you may express themselves in an unsettling way, so try and ride that wave gently until it passes. It could be time to take a new step forward. Yeah. definitely. It's time to take a new step forward for you. If you're not getting to where you want to go in your career, it is time to start working towards that and time to start changing that, or working on changing that. I feel like some people are making a lot of wishes. You really wish something was different, and the universe is hearing you. The universe is hearing your wish. It is just happening in divine timing. So I'm going to read this emotion spell in case somebody needs it. So to improve a situation and balance emotions, try this altar decoration. Place a bowl of potable water on your altar and arrange items around it that indicate the issue you are focused on, such as photos, personal items, or notes. Slice a cucumber in circles, add to the water, and sprinkle over edible flowers. Yeah. Leave for at least 1 hour, then decant into a water bottle. Have all, or as many as possible, of those involved in the situation drink the water. I think that's a little difficult, that last part, so I would just say you drink the water, and think about those people. Alright, so emotion group 2, we're going to get this out of the way. We're going to set up the cards. So in your advice, we have the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands. For your oracle cards, we have accusation. We have santé, which means health. And we have which means man. Then for your other tarot cards, and we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Emperor. Okay, so this energy is very different from group 1. I think this is a little shorter term also. I think there might be some situations in your work right now which is pretty difficult. Some of you, your boss has been accused of something. Your boss might have been accused with trigger warning SA. If you don't know what that is, then you can look on Google. If that's not at all the case, then we're going to move past that. But just for some of you, if this was about you, then you might have already owned your own business, or you might be wanting to become the boss. You might be wanting to own your own company. You might be wanting to be a salesman, is what I'm hearing, a salesperson. But I think some of you are married and you are a homemaker. Maybe you rely on your spouse for support. Or maybe you are sick or disabled and you rely on the government for support. For some of you, the government might be trying to take away your disability checks. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, this energy is so different. I forgot to set the timer. So I think in the past you felt a lot more in control of where you were going in your career. You are very creative, you're very intuitive, you're very, like, you already have had success, I think is the thing. In some one way or another, you've had some kind of success, or you had some kind of control. If you aren't a homemaker, or then, I mean, even if you are, you've had success in whatever you're doing. But I think that in the present, something has changed. Um, you've had some money issues, okay? And somebody has been lying about something. Either your boss has been lying about something, or maybe your spouse has been lying about something, about your finances. Somebody has been saying they've had more money than they thought, than they really do. Okay. So this turns out to be a little bit different than what I intended, but that's okay. We'll work with it. Um, so I would say, first of all, if you are with a company that you feel is lying to you, that you felt really good about in the past, but now you're seeing some things that don't make sense, that do not line up, follow your intuition. This is not leading to where you want it to go. I mean, I'm really sorry, but it's not leading to where you want to go. If somebody is lying to you about their finances, if somebody will not be direct with you about the finances of the company, if somebody is saying one thing and doing another, take that, at face value, because there's a reason behind it. I think for a lot of you, the company that you work at is having financial problems, and they don't want people to know. That's why we have this health card here. The health of the company is not good. Somebody has misused money. There might even be laundering involved. And then, if so, the government is going to come in and find out. That's really what I'm picking up, is that somebody is lying about money. That is incredible. I have never seen this specific message before, like in this way. And I also see that the government already knows that this is happening. If there's something illegal happening, which I think for some of you there is, then they already know. If there's not anything illegal happening, then whenever you ask about it, they're not going to like that. And I think for some of you, they might even let you go. So if you don't want to, if you're not prepared to be let go right now, don't ask about it. You can't let it slide forever. But if this is happening to you, if this is happening around you, then it is time to find something new and quick, because it's not going to end up well. So this is a message of protection for you, because you don't want to be caught in the middle of something that doesn't have anything to do with you, and you didn't want. You didn't ask for this. You didn't want this, and this is really unacceptable. Okay, at least, and I think in your eyes, it's quite unacceptable. Wow, wow, wow. Um, yeah, I see just misappropriation of funds. And you might have already asked about this, and you got a direct lie in the face as an answer. Just a complete flat out lie. And you probably sensed it, and if you didn't, then this is the universe telling you right now. But if this is the case for you, then, and if it's not, then maybe this isn't your pile. I'm not sure. You can keep watching and see if the messages change a little bit, because sometimes that happens. But yeah, for those of you that this resonates with, this company is not going to last. Like, that's what this Ace of Wands reverse is telling me, that the light is going to go out. Okay, and if this is the case for you, then your advice is, with this three of Wands in reverse and Page of Swords, is to start looking for something else. It really, really is time to start looking for something else. because, well, I already explained the because, but let me get one just more card. Spirit, can you clarify anything for me? Can you get some more information about this? What is going on here in this group, in this pile too? What is going on here? For some of you, your boss, you might experience a health issue and your boss is not going to be okay with that, like you taking time off of work, especially if you're in the food industry, the service industry. Sometimes, bosses are really hard about that, especially in the US. I think that for some of you, you might be writers and you might be writing fiction. And in which case, everything that I just said is not quite right, but there's still something going on that it's not going to end in the way you want it to. Yeah, Three of Swords. This is something is really going on, and the universe is telling you protect yourself immediately. Protect yourself. If you have the money and you need it, get a lawyer. Seriously. For some of you, your boss might just target you. They might not like you for one reason or another. They discriminate against you, and they might use records of your past conversations with clients or something like that in order to come after you. So if your company isn't misappropriating funds, then this is about them using your own work, even if you were doing the best you could, against you. Seven of Cups. You can't continue to just pretend like this company is the right fit for you. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but if this isn't resonating with you at all in any way, then this is not your group. But your future can be bright. The sixes are really good cards. Your future can be bright. But you've just got to watch out for people. Some of the people around you are not good people. But I think just now that you understand that there is something going on, whether it be illegal activities, whether it be a big change in the company because the boss was caught doing something he shouldn't, whether the boss is targeting you unfairly, you knowing this is already changing that energy of the future from anxiety, sadness, fear, to something much better of escaping this in one piece. Okay. So let's do some tea leaf oracle cards. Actually, you know what? Let's first I want to get some advice cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for Group 2? You've worked really hard to get where you are, and somebody's just not taking it seriously. Somebody's not taking it the way that you art is not giving you the respect you deserve. Chop wood, mending, chaos and conflict. So this might also just be your feeling. You might feel like people are not giving you the respect you deserve, but maybe you are having some emotional problems, and maybe they're not respecting you as much as you wish they would, but I think whenever you're having problems outside of work, it can really manifest at work as feeling unappreciated. But regardless, you have to work to get rid of this chaos and conflict. You are really pushed to make a big change so that you are not caught in whatever this is, or that you don't put this on yourself. If this is something that you're doing. And you know, we all make these kind of mistakes. This is definitely not, you know, me or the universe trying to make you seem like you are a villain, because you're not. You're not a villain, especially if, I mean, regardless, you're not a villain no matter what the situation is. Even if you did contribute to these difficulties. Yeah, you have everything that you need in order to succeed. You just need to start looking and start trying to manifest that new job, that new career. Okay? Alright, we're going to use the Tea Leaf Oracle to get some more messages. So, from the Tea Leaf about Group 2, what does Group 2 need to know? Kite vacation. Yeah, you need to get away for a while. You need to take a breather. You're in the financial situation to do that, take a breather. Get away. Spiritual love, Lily. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Yeah, this is the really big protective message. The universe really wants to protect you, to get you out of this situation. Our journey, either physical or mental carriage, which it's not always going to be easy to get out of this situation, because it's not a fair situation, or it's not a pleasant situation. Okay? Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person, but you might be a Taurus, but you might be somebody who, is a little bit stubborn. A lot of us are. I think to a certain extent we all are. But if that's the case, then you are really asked to, to ponder upon, to reflect on where it is that you are being stubborn, and how you can become more flexible. Okay, and maybe for some of you, flexibility is really the thing here. There might be your boss, or you might think your boss is inflexible, or your boss might think you're inflexible, or both. Seahorse, family matters. Yeah, you're scared that if you leave this job, you won't be able to support your family, and a protection from a powerful friend. What have I said all this time? Protection, protection, protection. Diamond, you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So this is your assurance that things are going to turn out okay, as long as you take action, and that you change whatever needs to be changed. Because, the energy is not the most, the best right now. It really isn't, but it's going to change. If you accept this protection from the divine, if you accept that things need to change radically for you, whether it's you who's have these problems, that have been projecting these problems into the world, or if somebody else has been causing you these problems, it's still our responsibility to change that. Okay. So actually, let's get one Witch's Oracle card for you. And maybe a Monology. I just had them, but I really have no idea where they went. Well, we'll get a Monology now. There they are. So show the world the real you. Yeah, I think that the place that you are being at is causing you to have to be, to not be yourself. They might suppress who you truly are, and this is causing you to be quite. It's causing you to have a lot of anxiety, and it's causing you to really resent the place you work, and that might be why that you've been having problems, because you're feeling so resentful because you can't show the world the true you. So the universe is asking you to find something that where you can be yourself. Spell. You might do witchcraft, or you might practice manifestation, or you are guided to practice some sort of manifestation. Maybe you want to do a money spell, maybe you want to do a spell to get a new job, or to reveal the culprits behind something that's happening at your job, or whatever it is. You are asked to do a protection spell for sure, or manifest protection, however you want to manifest. Holy protection, holy stone protection. Once again, do a protection spell. Or have somebody do it for you. Whatever you want to do. Protection is really, really important for you right now. You're going to be okay. You got this message for a reason. That's why you got this message. It's not to scare you. It is so that you protect yourself. And as long as you do that, even now, just knowing this is protective for you. Your protection has already gone up. All you have to do, first of all, is ask your guides to protect you, or your angels, or whoever you work with. But also, doing some more specific work on that could be helpful. All right. So group 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment how this resonated with you. I am wishing you the absolute best, and know that you are protected now, and that you have power to change what's going on. Okay. So love you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I see you next time. Bye-bye. Well. All right, group 3. If you chose positivity, marigolds, this is for you. And Lambertite, by the way. So let's read the book about positivity. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to get to your tarot and fortune cards. You might be seeing 4 a lot, like group 2 did as well. 4 for 4. Might be, you might be working on your home situation right now. You might be moving, or you might be remodeling your home. You might be intentionally trying to be more positive lately, or trying to find the balance between toxic positivity and toxic negativity, because trust and believe that there's both. because a lot of people think that if a lot of people have this one or the other stance in life where you're either toxically positive or toxically negative. But let's be honest, a lot of people, if they're toxic, if they but believe people, if they complain about toxic positivity, they themselves are toxically negative. If they complain about negativity, they themselves are toxically positive. So you're trying to find that middle ground right now. The oracle meanings of this card, though. A better understanding is indicated and a reason to be more optimistic about the outcomes and the roads to get there. There are opportunities for nurturing encounters and a general aura of happiness pervades. Marigolds help us focus on the positive aspects of even the most difficult events. Your inner child may need to come out for play. And be sure to take creative invitations. Be wary of not having all the facts and emotional blockages. Yeah, you really need to get outside, and you need to do things that you like to do as a child. You might want to watch a show. Like if it were me, I would probably watch Charmed. Or what else did I like as a child? Well, Charmed especially is the first thing I think of. I listened to Vanessa Carlton. I used to love her. Okay. So listen to music that you used to love as a child, or do something like that to get in touch with your inner child. You might also be a Leo, or you might be very outgoing. Okay, we're going to put this aside and look at your cards. So the advice cards are here. Okay, you have that for your advice cards. You have Strength reverse and the Nine of Swords reversed. You have Compromise. So these cards are in French, there's it's not missing an E. That's pronounced compromis. We have Étranger, which means foreign, or abroad. It can also mean that. We have clairvoyance, obviously. Okay, so your tarot cards up here. We have the King of Cups. And we have Temperance. We have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Fool. Beautiful. Okay. So in the past, your career, you really started from zero. You started completely new. You knew nothing about what you were doing at first, but you just started. You just up and started, which is amazing. I think you were not you. It brought a lot of unexpected events for you. You were not totally sure how to navigate, emotionally, or even just in general. You weren't sure how to navigate this new job. You may have just gone to, it might just be saying that you went to school for this, for your dreams, for what you want to do in life. Or you know what? It also could be that you went to school for something that you actually are not using anymore, and that you've changed already. You've already changed what you were doing. So maybe, for example, you studied marketing, but now you're doing music, or you studied whatever. You changed from what you studied. You changed your career from that. I think, and you're having a really hard time with that decision because you felt like you wasted a lot of your time um, from those studies. Like, why did you spend all that money on an education if you're in the U.S.? And yet, it's expensive, right? But you're just asking yourself what would make you happier because what you were doing or what you're still doing is not wasn't or isn't making you happy anymore. Um, there's a really big refreshing, but it's not the easiest thing. I think you took a lot of risks. You took a lot of risks to get where you were, to get where you are, and now when you're not really feeling it anymore. You have a big choice to make about where you want to go next, and you are just you might have, you know what? You might have restarted your career multiple times, and I think a lot of people do that. It's like every 10 years or even maybe even less. Um, they change their careers drastically. And so now you're having to decide what you want to do next. And the choice is not as easy as it was before about what you're going to do next. I think you had things really laid out. They were very concrete. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. And now that it's changed, you feel very lost. You feel like, um, there's this kind of energy of like, well, what am I supposed to do now? There could have been some problems at your job and you've had to quit or your job fired you, they laid you off, and they kind of left you to fend for yourself. And right now you're recovering from that. Like, regardless of what it is, like you're recovering from the situation where things have changed before you felt ready for them to change. For some of you, you might want to be going abroad to work, but maybe you don't have the money for it right now. So you have to compromise. Maybe you wanted to go to France, and so instead of going to France, if you live in the US, then you're going to Quebec or something like that. Like you're doing something a little bit less expensive. I don't know if that's any less expensive to be honest, but that's just an example. Um, you for some of you, you might be changing your work to something involving clairvoyance or foreign stuff. You might want to be working in international business. You might actually be going back to school for international business, or you've been thinking about that. You want to get into some kind of new business, and it's got to do with people around the world. You might want to get into e-commerce, drop shipping, or things like that. And you are just having trouble deciding and actually pulling together the resources and the energy to make that change, and you're really struggling. It's a big struggle for you right now, but that struggle is coming to an end with this Five of Cups reversed. You're almost there. It's like you're almost done toting this cow to where it's supposed to go, or this little calf or whatever it is. Um, but you've had to make a lot of compromises. You've had to sacrifice a lot. And that feeling of wastefulness, like, is really, it could be really tapping on your shoulder. Like, why did I compromise all of this stuff in order to get where I am, and now I want to change it? Well, the universe is saying you've accomplished your mission, and you don't need to continue doing something that is not fulfilling you anymore. Okay. Your intuition is seriously impacting or has seriously impacted your career. You might have knew something was off about a previous workplace, and that's why you left, or you just had a feeling that you needed to go to a different state or a different country, and maybe you even did it. And now it's kind of like things are slowing down. They're to make room for something new. Um, Some of you are into astrology or astronomy, which are very different, I know. But some of you might be wanting to go into a scientific field. Um, you're wanting to help people go to face the challenges that you faced. It's like you had a lot of challenges and you had a lot of restarts and you had a lot of cold restarts that didn't lead anywhere. And now you want to help other people to navigate that. Um, you're going to, for some of you, you're going to be reconciling with another person who you had a falling out with in the past, maybe a business relationship that you had in the past. You might be getting a job back, or you might be talking to them again, and you're asked to use your intuition if this is the case, and to in order to know if they are trustworthy or if they are somebody who is serious about getting back into business with you. Um, yeah, if there is somebody, I think there's for a lot of you, there's going to be another person coming in and proposing something to you, giving you a new opportunity. And it might be abroad, or it just might be on the internet or whatever. Something involving a lot of different kinds of people from all over the world. And you're asked to really consider this and not just brush it off at the first, just on the first uh, thought, whatever. It's hard to speak English after a while of reading tarot cards, I realize. I want to just mentally send you what I'm feeling. But anyway, yeah. Right now, you might be in a negotiation with a new workplace after you quit, and you are asked to tell the truth about something. There might have been something at your old work that you don't want to reveal to your new employer or your potential employer, and you're asked to use your discernment because, of course, there are things that you probably shouldn't say to your new employer that happened at your last job. But there's something that you are not sure you should tell them, or tell some group of people that you might be making money from in one way or another, that does need to know something, because you'll get a better opportunity if you tell them. Um, as far as your money goes, I haven't really been doing that with the other groups, but as far as your money goes, I think right now you're having some money troubles, and you might be trying to get a loan from the bank. And let's see, I'm gonna use my witch tarot cards, and ask if this is the case for group 3, the person watching the group 3, if they're trying to get a loan or a new job or whatever, like, if they're trying to make this deal for this new thing that they want, how's it gonna go? That wasn't a very good shuffle. I love these cards, but the big ones are outrageously priced, so I got the little mini ones. Three of Pentacles, so it's gonna work out, I think. I think you just got to work with them. So in your future, though, you are creating this, like, you're blending two very different things to create this new business. I really think you're very creative, and you're going to be successful in this new venture. A lot of you are creating your own business, or you're presenting a new project at work, actually, I think, and it's been really difficult for you to get the resources or to get to create what you need. Maybe you are a programmer and you've been coding and trying to make this new thing for your company, and because you want to convince them that it's going to work. But you know, it's been a struggle, but this is going to work out for you, and you are going to feel very good about it. And actually, you might even be getting a promotion for some of you for this work that you've been working so hard on. Again, like I know I started out saying like this could have been restarting your career, but at a more fine level, this could just be a new project at your work that has been really difficult for you. And if this is your finances, then I think you are going to be correcting your financial situation, because with this Temperance card and this King of Cups, they are upright. They are both, you know, they're both really positive energies, and you're able to manifest exactly what you want. But you're asked to make intentions, set your intentions, make them very clear, because those intentions are extremely important right now, and they're gonna be directly impacting where you head in your future. I think you're already on this road, though. It's not like you really need to worry about if this is going to come to pass, but it'll help if you make the intentions very clear and very positive now. And think about how, and put that energy, put that, you know, spiritual energy into it, as well as your physical, earthly energies into that work. Your advice here is strength and the Nine of Swords reverse. So basically, I almost feel like it's surrender, but also it's don't run your mouth too much about what you want to do. Don't let it slip too early. And also try not to get too worried about it. Don't let your anxiety, like, there's some kind of anxious energy here. But also remember that whatever these difficulties that have come to pass, this Nine of Swords reverse is saying that you're getting out of that. And you're asked to remember that, because you are very strong. Even though you don't always feel like it, you feel like you're not strong sometimes, you are strong. So remember your strength, remember your power, and use it. But also give yourself time to relax. You don't always have to be working. You need to rest sometimes. You need to, like, untense your muscles. Like, imagine, like, if your work was like somebody like working out or whatever. They can't just be constantly using their muscles. They have to relax. They have to rest, or their muscles are gonna degrade. Okay. All right. So let's get you some tea leaf oracle cards. Yeah, some of you are really tired. You need to rest. I'm glad you're watching this, because this is hopefully restful for you. Right, hills, obstacles to overcome. Yes, we already know that. You definitely had some obstacles to overcome. Dissatisfaction with life. Interesting. Some of you have some real dissatisfaction with life. Doing something, taking the chance. Yeah, you need to take the chance. You need to get through this hill that you've been going over. This difficulty. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. You're already manifesting this. That energy is already out there. Just keep putting it out there. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Oh my god, that is amazing. That was really outrageously amazing. I don't know why today my favorite word is outrageous. I'm not even using it correctly. Okay, so there's one or two more of these tea leaf oracle cards. Recognition, reward for merit. You are going to be rewarded for all this work that you've been putting into this. Do not worry, it is coming. You're like, what is coming to you is coming to you, and what's coming to you is a very good thing. Be careful about two-faced friends. Be careful about people who don't have your best interest in mind. That's what I was saying. Don't run your mouth too much about what you're doing, because some people might take advantage of that. Just a little warning for not all of you, but some of you. Okay. Let's get you a Witch's Oracle card, which I keep misplacing the deck. I know it's right in front of my face, but Chord initiation. Your chakras are being activated, and you're asked to work on your chakras, because that's going to really help you move forward and feel confident about it. Also, if you are into witchcraft, then working with the elements is going to be really helpful for you in the future. Cutting some cords to your past is going to be very useful. Doing a cord cutting ceremony. It's not too hard. There's actually some on YouTube that you can just watch. Spell, again, we had that in the last pile. So yeah, doing some magic to manifestation. You're using your powers of manifestation and using it to the full extent of your abilities, because you're not using all of your abilities yet. Like your full potential is on its way, but it really hasn't come yet. Candle. Yeah, some of you could be wanting to do candle magic, illumination. You're so close to seeing your true life's mission, life's purpose, that it is palpable. Like, you can feel it coming. Something is definitely shifting in your heart, and you know that, and this is your confirmation that things are about to change for you for the best. Okay. So, group 3, thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Yeah, have a wonderful day, and I hope that you continue to be successful in everything you do. See you next time. Bye.